The first Copa America host to be knocked out, to be grouped, like you say in the States. I'm here with Breton in presence. I'm present. I'm next to you. How are you feeling, mate?
I don't want to do this. No, this needs to be talked about.
Needs to be done, Breton.
It does. It 100%
and you guys need to like this video too, because Breton is going to voice his thoughts about the U.S. men's national team with Greg Berhalter in Copa America.
Anyone that knows FC Wonder Kid, we're emotional, right? We do talk with vigor about things, especially you with Portugal, right? I have generally been reserved about what has been going on in the States, mainly because if you look at our player pool, you expect it to go a lot better than
Golden
it has
generation.
Been. Right. And if I need to go back, and I'm going to push back on that because I do believe our golden generation is coming.
One of the best golden generations
Yes.
of the U.S. men's national team.
But there is a difference between our teams of the past that say, let's take the Confederations Cup team that beat Spain.
Okay.
Amidst a 30-plus game unbeaten win. The same Spain team that won 2008, 2012 Euros, 2010 World Cup. We beat them. We beat David Villa.
Just like Saudi Arabia beat Argentina.
Yes. Exactly. And we got beat by Brazil in the final of this, but that was Josie Altidore. That was Clint Dempsey, right?
True.
That were the names on those rosters are not the Christian Pulisic's that we expect. It's not the Gio Reynas. It's not the Weston McKennies. So this comes down to, for me, all right? It comes down to the fact that the sole thesis of Greg Berhalter's first and second term, right, as U.S. boss, was changing the way the world sees U.S. soccer, U.S. football. It has not changed one lick. And any of the work that has been done, any of the changes that we're talking about, are these individual players going to places and winning over the fans of those places. Christian Pulisic at AC Milan, Weston McKennie at Juve, and that's still debatable, right? Anywhere else, Tim Ream being at Fulham, going back down to the championship, coming back. That progress is stark. That progress is real. But that has been done by the players. When it comes to the U.S. Federation, nothing.
Completely agree.
Nothing.
And Christian Pulisic is a special U.S. men's national team player. Yeah. And I'm going to go bold and say he will be the best U.S. men's national team player when he retires. At the age of 25, 71 games, 30 goals, 18 assists. He's played at Dortmund at a high level. He's a Rossoneri now, just getting started in Serie A. I have high hopes towards his future. And yeah, you got to back Christian Pulisic.
But I do. I want to. I absolutely do.
With a good manager. Not you. I mean, the Federation.
But I want to see it now because Christian still does not have that win. He does not have that statement win. I opened up by talking about that game, right? That Confederations Cup game. Aside from beating El Tri multiple times, beating Mexico, we have not seen anything that resembles or even comes close to that type of a win where it's grit, it's determination, it's that plus all of those improvements we've made to the player pool over these years. And that type of iconic, it needs to be melded moving forward.
True.
There needs to be that type of a role. And with Greg Berhalter,
you say right
in a game that you have to win, okay? In a USA, Uruguay, they need to win, or they need Panama to do something, or they need Bolivia to do something that they were not capable of doing. Here's what happens, Alex, okay? We're watching this match, and we're deadlocked with Uruguay at 0-0. It's like the 65th minute. They're getting ready to actually, kick a set piece. And the camera goes over to Greg Berhalter, and Greg Berhalter goes like this. 2 ones next to each other, pointing out to everybody on the pitch that Bolivia just scored against Panama.
Sad.
Why is that even something to consider when you need to beat Uruguay?
The manager's Christian Pulisic maybe on the pitch saying,
it's
Pulisic,
embarrassing.
It's like this right now. What is the solution?
It's embarrassing.
That's mad.
It's
embarrassing. That's the case.
But it tells you his mindset.
Exactly. And the mindset of the Federation, they hired an outside firm to judge, and they paid good money, the U.S. men's national team, to judge who's the best replacement for Greg Berhalter. What was their choice? Not Bielsa, not Jesse Marsch, that would be convincible would be the managers right now and are in other Copa América nations, they go for the same manager with Greg Berhalter. That is pranking the U.S. men's national team fandom.
Purest definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something different. And here's the thing. That exact truth that you just threw out there, right? And that was like by the way, that was like a 8-9 month thing where they went on this massive search and they landed on the same guy. That shows me that I have no confidence that they're going to replace him.
The U.S. is a sleeping giant. The magnitude of the U.S. soccer, football is insane, in my opinion. You have the best player, or one of the best players ever, Lionel Messi.
Yep.
That's the debate for people in the MLS, playing in your league. The U.S. is a sleeping giant, and your culture must be more respected by yourselves.
Yeah.
I'm going to criticize the U.S. fans. The U.S. culture must have higher expectations when you're playing in Copa América and home soil. U.S., with the team you have, a better team than Canada and Mexico, should not be grouped in this group with Panama not beating them. It was a Timothy Weah mistake. It was a team mistake not to win that game that should be a mandatory win. Passion, pressure, stress. Yeah. I don't feel it with the U.S. And their spokesman is Greg Berhalter.
They're comfortable.
Claudio Reyna stated his thoughts about it, and I respect Claudio Reyna because he wants his son Gio Reyna, that has the potential to be just like Christian Pulisic, to be coached the best way possible. So, Greg Berhalter, you're out. Finito. Done.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
They're not going to sack him.
They're not going to sack him.
Why?
I feel it in my bones. It ain't happening. And I think a lot of other people feel that way. But at the same time, there's also an issue with the whole Claudio Reyna thing, too, which I need to throw out there. Because you have also players that are comfortable in this. Now, Gio Reyna and Berhalter, not comfortable, okay? I got that. But Gio Reyna is a little too comfortable on his club level.
Bielsa would shake everyone. Bielsa would shake the whole locker room.
But Gio Reyna is a little too comfortable on his individual level, too. And I would love for him to just play some club ball. Because
I think next season.
Okay, I hope so. I really do hope so. But
I'm hearing good things.
But there is a minor tide changing here, at least in how this is getting reported. It shows maybe a change in holding. I do believe the fandom and I do believe the media can hold Matt Crocker and those that hired Berhalter again, hold their feet to the fire and say, we want change. We've seen some supporters groups come out and say some things.
We're saying to them.
And it's whether
Breton,
or not that has any credence. But
I believe I'm more intelligent football-wise than these people if they don't make that change. And I'm not laughing about it. I'm serious about this.
I know. I'm laughing because you're right in the sense that
it's so obvious.
We should be so much better than we are.
You're top 15 in terms of FIFA club ranking. US is ranked top 15. Brutal. And if you look the way you played in Copa America, you didn't perform because of Berhalter, not because of the players you have. I'm just doing an exercise here with you, Bretson.
Gosh, yeah.
I'm going to list players, and you're going to state if you think they will be in the U.S. men's national team in the World Cup. Okay? So who will be in the U.S. men's national team in 2026 in the World Cup with no injuries, no hypothetical situation here? Okay. So Balogun,
yeah, he'll be there.
McKennie.
McKennie will be there, yeah.
Pulisic.
Yes.
Jedi Robinson.
Yeah.
Just Sergino Dest.
Yeah.
Joe Scally.
Get back on the horse, Dest. Joe Scally could be there as a depth piece.
Ricardo Pepi.
Ricardo Pepi, he's got to show me more, but yes.
Timothy Weah.
I need to figure out what Timothy Weah is.
I think he's there.
I think he's probably
Gaga Slonina.
Gaga Slonina will be there.
Tim Ream.
There are other goalkeepers, but yes. Tim Ream, 2026, I'm going to say right now I hope not, but based on his leadership, his cohesion, his ability to pass the ball, sadly we have nobody else like it right now. So yes.
Gio Reyna?
Up to him, man. He is so flippin' talented. Yes, I think he'll be there.
So my point is, you said majority yes, 100% yes with all the players.
I got where this is
going.
You
need a manager to prep for the World Cup. And if you know the team that's going to be there in the following 2 years, you might as well hire him straight away. people, if you don't agree with what I said, please
And
see Real Madrid, see how they built this greatness. And it's with infrastructure, foundation players, culture players. If you're changing the culture, it's with a manager saying to Pulisic, you know that you can lead the nation in football right now. And you can be the most well-known player ever in U.S. men's national team, ahead of Donovan, ahead of Clint Dempsey. If you voice out and say, we're contenders to win the World Cup, I have to believe that. Imagine. He needs a manager to put that pressure in him, and that's not the case with Greg Berhalter.
But there's two things happening here, right? Afterwards, not one player has come out to voice their disapproval. Now, that tells you all you need to know. They know that Greg Berhalter's not getting sacked.
It's going to cook him. Gio Reyna like he got cooked.
Right. They know that he's not getting sacked.
Sad, man.
So either it's political, right, one, or two, they're soft. I refuse to believe that they're soft.
Who does Greg Berhalter know? Oh, my days. It's all about who you know, right?
No, I mean, there's been issues with the USSF for years and years and years. But I do appreciate hearing somebody say we're a sleeping giant. At times I feel it. At times I absolutely feel it.
Pelé played in your league in the U.S.
I know. There's that I love that NASL.
That's mad.
Those days are insane. But no, there is growth. It is happening. I think we're to the point where it's not happening as fast as we all would like it to. And I do think a manager on the international level is absolutely everything.
You're a manager away, Bretson. Yeah. I really feel that.
Well, we're at least a manager away from a statement win.
Exactly.
We absolutely are, because Greg Berhalter, I have no confidence. Okay, Jurgen Klinsmann was able to at least deliver some statement wins while also losing some horrendous.
But Klinsmann has
games.
Reputation in Europe.
He does. He's also a pretty
Greg
bad
Berhalter,
He's a bad
does
manager.
he?
No,
does he?
no. Greg Berhalter before this did not win an MLS championship. He didn't win anywhere he went, and I feel bad because this as a man, people really like him. Right, for the most part. I'm okay with that, but that's not what this is.
Exactly.
It's not a popularity
We're looking
contest.
at France.
Right.
If they lose to Portugal, they sack Didier Deschamps. We're looking at England. They have to sack Southgate. US, it's so obvious that you guys have to sack Greg Berhalter. It must happen. A player like Kevin Sullivan deserves better when he's in the U.S. men's national team. When that happens, fingers crossed. Or Quinn Sullivan.
Now we're going to have to wait until the 2026. This was it.
But let us know.
This was the statement tournament.
Do you think Greg Berhalter will be sacked, or will he stay to prove himself longer? We've justified why we believe that shouldn't be the case. You tell us your thoughts. This is very important for FC Wonder Kid, for the United States of America. This needs to be trendy for the U.S. soccer football to go another level. Thank you. Thank you, people, for helping.
Now I'm all worked up. Yeah. Comments below. Thank you. Hit the like button.
And go bold, people. Yes.